Welcome to Tidbit Talkin. This series is just spewing out assorted thoughts about boatloads of entertainment media. Some ideas are serious, others not so much. There will be spoilers for the series currently featured, but generally only vague references to any other connected ones in a shared universe. Now, with all that out of the way, here we go. Everybody agrees to let Axel be a hunter so they can lessen the chance of folks who are after him randomly showing up at HQ for the latest celebrity prisoner. After all those unwanted Dynamo visits from a while back, stopping such events must be one of this organization's top priorities.
Soldiers don't come.
The rescue requiring Reploids must have gone after these Red Alert dual-arranged Mavericks to gain some extra cash from bounty-associated hoopla. Setting up events like this with foes they are actually controlling must be how the mostly rogue organization funds its efforts through newbie freelancer registration fee jump. Glide legs were made so the recently mostly retired X would have something that could potentially be used as a leisure thing on his much-required post-emergency fight vacation. Said Super Steel Sock seemingly got put here because Dr. Light was making a joke about funny monkey jumping shenanigans. Cement Soldier Simeon sucks at tanking explosions because his sword and shield cram fighting style training only involved developing melee concerning defenses. Dude has issues with vertical slicing because the glare from Zero's saber causes optical problems after its light deflects off those goggles he apparently never wears. Twisting Tongue Teaser's Maverick motivation? He modified himself to be a mascot for some company, then went mad from severe money waste-induced stress after getting fired. It looks like only black market payments from a not-ribbon-associated secret army restore his financial healthiness. Anyway, this robo, sandwich-pushing fellow can't tolerate defensive deeds because those few ads he starred in never involved villainous types, defeating his fictitiously superheroic self. Choreography that doesn't really involve people fighting back at all isn't the best training for a true battle. Stranded sufferers survive more easily here because they are all experienced sailors. There must be some new naval laws that got put into play after Launch Octopus's X5 relative slaying, caused much thoroughly broadcast protesting. Some enemies switch to easily countered blasts when facing Zero because they fear the more complex techniques said fellow might develop if he was forced into a combat situation that demanded sufficient creativity. An overall light frame. Wings that ain't so reinforced on account of criminals not having access to good maintenance facilities. And finally a weapon that sorta demands good balance. All come together and make Sir Slippy Soarer suck at handling atmospheric disturbances.
Flame Hydar.
A homing bullet deal got added into arm attachments because X's aim might have gotten poor after at least months without practice. Its capsule storage was thrust here because debris-destroying doodads might occasionally be helpful in a volcanic place. Freaky fire felines extra kooky while infected because Red Alert must have been experimenting on these captured Mavericks in order to figure out how their more permanent employees might become Sigma virus immune. His madness simply left him unable to perform basic self-fixes that makes waterproofing work.
Ride Borsky.
Borsky's beautifully blasted by blazes, both because his exhaust ain't so much designed for taking external heat in, and also he's covered in extra combustible chemical residue, following all that amateur explosive device lane.
Snipe Anteater.
This guy modeled himself after something that eats very small creatures because he wants accuracy so great that those far away enough from him to appear as those namesake insects can easily be taken care of. Egotistic Reploids sure have some fun hobbies. That range collection helping helmet was lodged in this place so the craziness of Upside Down Land can be tolerated more easily. Also, the aforementioned device's development was started so Rusty Blue Boy can recover from all that damage his out-of-practice ass will inevitably suffer rather frequently. Small snack savoring sharpshooter has problems with things hanging out below and wide stuff creeping up in front of him because his atypical weight distribution doesn't exactly do wonders while camping out atop pillars.
Wind
Armor that grants the ability to damage people in non-traditional ways ended up stored in some place where Captain Main Opponent doesn't wield a weapon most cultures consider conventional. Thomas just loves theme-based decision-making action. Commander Killer Crow suffers from missile-related problems because shrapnel gets all up in his wings and beak. Zero's deal is this pointy, similar moving equivalent, pries the dude's feather-like plating off bit by bit.
Finishing Gungaroo.
This visually ambiguous menace has trouble with windy whatnot because he can't maintain good balance on account of being so used to only maneuvering in some sweet custom ride armor. Alert's main base place is just now getting built because Red only recently got enough money with his Rogue Hunter business to build an official headquarters. The main construction mechanoid he's utilizing doesn't have sufficient plating, specifically the rear end kind, because he didn't expect anybody to get near a giant semi-weaponized bulldozer. Also, he was looking to spend most of the money on making this place worthy of being called a palace. These boss rematch warps look like caskets because Sigma's puppet asked the Professor for something that respects the fallen. Sigma doesn't devote significant resources to anything other than building a new body, because his experience as a half-zombie thingy in X6 got him really pissed about the prospect of imperfect revivals. As a somewhat ironic result of this flawless frame focus, he didn't spend enough time studying Resurrected Zero, Post-Sabbatical X, or the new model Reploid Axle's current battle specs. Thus, Basic Blast managed him with little problem. Endings are a pain, but all of you are fantastic. See ya.